It was expected that as a result of the Land and Conveyancing Law Reform Act of 2009, there was going to be significant difficulties arising in relation to registering rights of way from the 1st of December 2021. And the reason for that essentially is that that act had the effect of resetting the clock in respect of usage of a right of way over a long period of time, resetting the clock and begin counting from the 1st of December 2021. In other words, if you were using a right of way and you hadn't registered it with the Property Registration Authority, with Land Registry, then you're going to be in difficulty because the clock would start counting on the 1st of December 2021 and you wouldn't have the necessary period of time over which you've exercised the right of way. You would have been obliged to go to court to get an order. The Law Society made representations to the Minister, to the government about this and the difficulties that were going to be posed for landowners, for farmers and so on, and a new piece of legislation came through and was put on the statute books there with effect from 30th of November 2021. It's called the Land and Conveyancing Law Reform Act 2021. It's a short act, a very short act, but it's very valuable because it sorts out problems which would have arisen in relation to rights of way and easements as a consequence of the previous 2009 Act. The 2009 Act dealt with easements, and easements, for the avoidance of doubt, includes rights of way, rights of support between adjoining buildings, rights to use pipes for water and sewerage which cross another person's land, and clearly those type of rights, those type of easements would be very, very important in a housing estate situation and in many, many different situations. Rural Ireland, rights of way down to fields, access fields and so on. The new Act then basically says that, this is the 2021 Act, says that claims for easements applied for prior to the 30th of November 2021 will continue to be dealt with as they would have been before the 30th of November 2021. In other words, the clock doesn't stop, or doesn't restart rather, from the 1st of December 2021. That is vitally important. Periods of long use before 2009 or between 2009 and 2021 will not be lost and will be counted if no claim is made before the 30th of November 2021. So it was the case that such periods of use would have been lost, as the effect of the 2009 Act was to reset the clock and begin counting from the 1st of December 2021, which would have been a disaster if you didn't have a right of way registered, or if your neighbour or whoever wasn't prepared to give you a deed of grant of right of way, which would have sorted the problem as well. You would have had to go to court. That's not the situation thanks to this new Act, the 2021 Act. New claims then, there's a legal doctrine called the Doctrine of Lost Modern Grant. New claims after the 30th of November 2021 will be decided by reference to the Doctrine of Lost Modern Grant. It was the case, this is a legal fiction essentially. It's a doctrine that presumes that a formal grant of a right, such as an easement, was made at some point after 1189 but had been lost. It was the case that at common law a person had to show user of a right or an easement since 1189. In practice, courts will accept showing a period of 20 years of continuous use or user since living memory. It's a doctrine that was developed by judges to overcome the ease with which a claim at common law could be defeated. It is used by claimants asserting a legal right to carry on activity enjoyed for 20 or 4 years, but for which there is no documentary title. It will be still possible to claim a prescriptive right by applying to court or by registering it directly with the Property Registration Authority. It's important to note that this is not mandatory to avoid losing any rights. It's an optional step that can be taken. Just to reiterate, new claims after the 30th of November 2021 will be decided under judge-made law that applied before 2009 Act, that is the Doctrine of Lost Modern Grant. And the good news is that usage up to 2009, and between 2009 and 2021 will not be lost and will be counted in your application to register a right of way. Very, very important. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.